Good evening, good friends out there in Australia near Melbourne at Carwin Cellars. My name is Gaëtan from Brouwerij Fonteinen in Belgium. It's very cool that you guys are having this tasting this evening, and yeah, we got the question by Ben and Ben to do a small introduction for this evening, which I'm very happy to do so. So my name is Gaëtan. I'm doing the sales and marketing for Fonteinen, and so yeah, I'm the first contact for Australia for Fonteinen. It's again, thank you for asking us to do this and to have this evening, of course. And yeah, for us basically it's a logical consequence of what we have been doing, that you guys are having this tasting this evening. So as you might know, Fonteinen has been a lambic blendery for almost 140 years now. Yeah, we saw great evolution in the lambic scene and at Fonteinen in general, and in particular, sorry. So we started 140 years ago, but actually we only became a brewery about 20 years ago in 1998. So the cool thing about Fonteinen is that we're not only a blendery, but also that we're a brewery, but also a lambic blendery. Yeah, and as I said, it's a logical thing that we are here today, that you are doing this. Because the last few years Fonteinen has been evolving. We grew as a team, and our production capacity slightly went up, which actually meant that for the first time in a few years we are actually able to send some more beer abroad. So until 5 years ago we were only able to keep the beers here in Belgium, and it has been my job to in a way start a network all over the world to be able to send out Fonteinen beers all over the world. And that's how we started a couple of years ago. As you might know, our distributor, our importers are in Australia is Nocturne, the amazing people from Nocturne. Thank you, Adam and Michelle as well. And yeah, that's why nowadays you might see a little bit more Fonteinen available in Australia. So yeah, that also led to the fact that we are now able to send even some more limited beers to Carwin Cellars. It's also a logical thing that you're able to do this now, because of the fact that since a few years we have more colleagues at Fonteinen. Yeah, most guys here in the team are between 25 and 35 years old, so I'm actually one of the older ones, and one might say that these younger crazy kids have crazy ideas as well. That actually leads to the fact that we are experimenting more, which you will later this evening taste. We're experimenting more with different type of barrels, with maceration ratios, with different types of fruits, sometimes even with crazy stuff like rhubarb, etc. Yeah, it's small batch experiments. So the beers you'll taste later today, you will see that the name starts with Speling van het lot, which is twist of fate, translated in English. And that's basically our umbrella name for these experiments, small batch experiments that we're doing. For us it's cool to test as well, and then of course to see if we want to make a little bit more of it and then put them in our general assortment or something like that. Yeah, it's for us it's cool as well, of course, to do these kind of experiments, but also to share them. So these are only available normally spoken at the Lambic, which is here. So we're here in the barrel room, as you can see, of Fonteinen, of course. But yeah, a few meters from where I'm standing here is our tap room, So normally spoken, these twists of fate are only for drinking, but we decided the last year or two to basically share those beers with cool places we know all over the world. For example, in Europe we have 20 places sort of where these can be drunk. We have a few places in the US, and then we have in Australia. We started near Perth in West Leaderville. The fine people from Desk have been such a dedicated place where these unique beers are served and can be degustated. Then we started looking at the map of Australia, and we thought it's basically not logical to have for a country like Australia only one place, Besk, which is, I just looked it up, 36 hours drive from where you are today. In Belgium it's crazy to drive through Belgium. I don't know if you've ever been to our country, but it takes approximately 2.5 hours to drive from east to west or west to east. So 36 hours for us, it's unimaginable. So that's why we started looking at the other side of the map. And I have been following Carwin Cellars for years now, the social media, and we thought it would be it's for us logical to give you guys the opportunity to try these beers. So that's why we reached out, and we're very pleased that both bands and Carwin Cells decided to take that opportunity, as to say, and for you, the fans in Australia, of course, to give you opportunity to try these beers. So what the beers you'll be trying later this evening, are actually a good summary of what we're doing. So you'll have the Zenny Frontera, which is our lambic beer that aged on sherry barrels that we sourced at Andalusia, Spain, south of Spain, Jerez de la Frontera themselves. So we went to the bodegas, and we have a direct partnership with them. It's an amazing beer, if you ask me. It's very cool to see how lambic and traditional sherry blend in so well. The process is quite similar, as it's also a 100% barrel aged liquid, as to say. But for example, it also creates the natural floor, the pellicule on top of both on our beer and sherry as well. So there are a lot of similarities, and we think the both worlds blend in very, very nicely and very smooth. So we hope you enjoy that one. It's different blends you'll get, and it's cool to see the difference between those. And then we have the twist of fate. First, quickly going to drink. Sorry. So then we have the twist of fate. There you have, for example, the strawberry sherry, the different grape varieties we're doing, and these beers are a good example of the broad variety in experiments we're doing. We hope you like them. It's different macerations as well. They've all been barrel aged, which is not common. A lot of fruit macerations are still being done on stainless steel tank, but for these we did the macerations on wooden barrels. And for us these are fun experiments to see what it gives and what we can do afterwards with it. And you may already have noticed that some of these beers eventually ended up in our general assortment, like the Strawberry Kriek, Sour Cherry Kriek, of course. Some grape blends we have been releasing over the last few months. There is the Aardbei Kriek framboos, the plum. So yeah, and all of these experiments resulted in, well, most of them resulted in a beer that is now in our general assortment, and that you in the upcoming year or two will see end up in Australia as well, of course. Yeah, perhaps you will remember what this tasting was like and what the beer tasted like, and you can see what it resulted into. Yeah, that's in general a little bit on what these beers are and how it led to this tasting. Again, we hope you'll roughly like it, enjoy it. We're very much looking forward to the feedback, to the photos, yeah, we hope you'll have a great time, and of course we hope to continue this partnership with True Northtown, with Carwin Cellars as well. And yeah, we hope that after this pandemic is over, that perhaps one day we'll be able to have a beer together, being it in Australia, or whenever you come to Belgium, or if you ever come to Belgium, you're always welcome at Fonteinen, of course, to come and visit us. But until that moment, we'll keep on feeding the Australian market and Carwin Cellars with traditional land-made beers. And yeah, again, the whole Fonteinen team says thank you for doing this. We hope you enjoy it, and yeah.